so phenomenally. Come on, like the way we rock it. So don't stop,
Can you hear that well enough? Is this waking you up on a Monday? I hope so, since I'm not there to do it myself. All right, my friends. Happy Monday. It is the last Monday of September. Is that not crazy to think about? Sammy and I just wanted to say good morning. I hope we have you alive, alert, awake, enthusiastic, and healthy. So, it's a full week, and I'm going to kick it right off with mentor sentences. I'm going to share my screen with you and show you what we're going to do first. I think it would be right there. Yes. All right, here you go. In mentor sentences this week, you're going to go on a treasure hunt in the favorite book that you're reading to find these handy dandy reflexive pronouns. Let me get the pen working. These reflexive pronouns right there. All right. Reflexive pronouns are like when he talks about himself, herself, itself, myself. I was reading In Towers Falling, and Deja used myself when she does that. That is a reflexive pronoun. It reflects on who's talking. All right, if it's we, it's ourselves. It's you, yourself. It's reflective of who's talking. So that's why it's called a reflective pronoun. We just thought we had regular old pronouns, but we have subject pronouns in this first column right here. Then we have object pronouns, and we have reflexive. And reflexive is what we're working on this week. So your challenge that you must accept is to read your stories and find examples of reflexive pronouns here. Myself, ourselves, yourselves, themselves, himself, herself, itself. And as you're reading, type in the sentence that you find with those reflexive pronouns. And the key is type it correctly, please, because this is grammar. So I'm always looking for correct capitalization, correct punctuation, and spelling to the best of our ability. You have time to spell check. You have time to check that before you click submit. So in your reading, I want you to find 3 examples today of reflexive pronouns. It could be from text that we're reading in our studies in our benchmark in the wild. It could be from your own independent reading book. But go on a treasure hunt for 3 reflexive pronouns. And don't just write the pronoun. Copy or type in or send me a picture with the reflexive pronoun highlighted that you found in your writing. You're going on a reflexive pronoun hunt. All right. Too bad we can't go geocaching for reflexive pronouns. I don't know how that would work, but it'd be fun to try. Our next skill that we're working on is in our word study book. And we are on Unit 1, Week 3. Our writing this time is really interesting. They want you to compare the 2 articles in the writing book. Let me show you the writing book so that some of you are saying you can't find things. You were given this book, In the Wild, Writing as a Naturalist. This is the writing, and it says Writing Mentor Text. We read the article about honeybees, and you read the article about the state park, the active nonfiction Keeping Wildlife Wild from Big Bend National Park. They want you to compare. Active nonfiction is to inspire you to do something, to be an activist, to either help the wildlife, help the honeybees, help save the coastline at the beach, or the sea turtles, whatever the article's talking about. And this one wants you to compare the text structures. It seemed to me when I was looking at it that it was talking about how the animals are dangerous in keeping wildlife wild and how we want to help them. I'll share my screen with you again. Let me make it a little larger. Share screen. How many times do we say that? All right, so here you can see they have your topic, keeping wildlife wild, and they have their subheadings where they talk about each different type of animal. And then when you read, you read how they can be dangerous and how you stay away from them to protect yourself and protecting the animals. They're not wanting to hurt you. That's just their natural instinct. All right. Then it gives you in here advice and guidance for the reader, how it's a good thing that the snakes have the rattle to scare you away, to warn you that they're there, that there is a threat. And then the honeybee article. It too has an introduction, it has subheadings. Then it gives a piece of advice in each different category, whereas here it was talking about how they are wild and could hurt, and how, like with the bear, don't leave the food out. So compare and contrast the two different articles. There it shows the advice in each category. There's more advice, and then the conclusion. All right. So what I want you to do is to compare and contrast. If we were here together, we could have a chart with keeping wildlife wild and a chart for the honeybees. And we could compare and contrast. How are they alike? How are they different? What is the main idea of each article? What are the details that support those ideas? And how are they different? Because they want us to learn how to take apart a structure as much as they want us to learn how to write informative or informational text like this, active nonfiction. So your challenge today is to make a chart, one with the things about wildlife wild, one with the honeybees. Compare and contrast the two articles. You're not writing your own article, you're comparing and contrasting the two. Right? That'll be fun. For reading,